Hello, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining us. My name is Andrew Pugsley and you have tuned in to my weekly improvisation show, Isolation. But you probably already know that because you made an active decision to click on the link, for which I am very grateful. Thank you for tuning in. As always, over the next 30 to 45 minutes or something like that, we'll be improvising a short film along with an amazing guest and the incredible musical talents of Mr. Duncan Walsh Atkins. Duncan, can you say a musical hello over the airwaves for us? Lovely. What a beautiful sound. I am delighted to be joined this week by my showstopper, the improvised musical colleague and all-round excellent gentleman, Mr. Jonathan Ainscough. Jonathan, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, Andrew. I'm very well. So excited to be here. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Fantastic. I'm so glad that you just listened to the show. No watching for you, just over the airwaves.
I knew that. I knew it's both.
I'm sorry, you...
I knew that. I knew it's both listening and watching. I promise.
I'm so glad. Lovely. Jonathan has a... Maybe you can tell us, people watching at home, Jonathan has a little bit of a lag for us, but hopefully it is between his audio and his visual. Hopefully it's not too distracting this evening. If it is, it's a very integral part of the story. Jonathan, what are you looking forward to this evening? What would tickle your fancy in terms of improvised fun?
Oh, I'd love something a bit mysterious, I think. Maybe a bit sinister, a bit scary, something like that would be fun.
Ah, nice, yeah. Speaking of which, you at home can put your comments in the comments feed, either here on Facebook or on YouTube, and it's just crossed my mind that I forgot yet again to start the Instagram feed, so only on Facebook or YouTube. But you can put your comments throughout the show, and we will use some, all, or none of them in whatever pattern seems to amuse us at the time. But I can see some of you have already, thank you very much, started putting some comments in the feed, so let's have a little look. Jonathan, is there anything that delights you as you look down the feed there?
Oh, some wonderful stuff. We've had a witch, we've had dragons, there's a lot of love for roller skates, dragons and roller skates. Oh, someone loves the scary idea. We've got magic spells and potions. Devilish choirs. Oh, how lovely.
Devilish choirs. That is quite something. Is there anything, Jonathan, you think that might work as a title for this evening's story?
I don't know. I sort of want to go with a witch. Is quite evocative.
Yeah, lovely. In fact, why don't you fill roughly 15 seconds of air, Jonathan, whilst I type in the word "the witch" onto our show.
One thing that I've learned today is that it takes 15 seconds for a man in his 30s to type a witch. I'm sure that's a fact we'll all want to take forward to the future. Oh, there's a lot of love for dragons. I think dragons may have to appear.
Okay, we'll get dragons in there somehow. But now it is time for us to begin this evening's performance of Isolation, episode 14.
Dude, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, sick, man. Yeah, I can see you too. I don't know how good my tech is, to be honest.
No, you look great, dude. You look so like, oh, I love the glasses.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, my mom made me get them. You know, my eyesight was going.
It's not tech, is it? I guess glasses are the original form of tech, huh? You know, they're like 17th century tech, huh? Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. Did you get the latest chapter of the book I sent you about the one about the dragons and the roller skates? What do you think of my fanfic?
Oh my God, I just devoured it. Oh, man, you blew my mind. I mean, that first paragraph, it just sent, like, the way you started. You remind me. Do the beginning paragraph again. Do it. How did it start again?
I gazed out at the vista before me. As I stood, I felt the hot breath of my dragon familiar breathing down my spine. I looked up and felt his loving gaze as he gazed into my eyes. We looked out at the sunset, and he flew. He flew so high. He flew over the city. He flew into the distance. I watched him go, and I knew that one day he would return.
Oh, man, that's incredible. You know, The Dragon by Chad Chattington is gonna be a bestseller. Did you hear me, dude? A bestseller.
Thanks, Bobby. I tell you, man, you are my greatest ally. You should be my agent. See, when we hit 18 and I can send this stuff off to a publisher, you are going to be my right-hand man, okay? You are going to be the one, Bobby, that gets me in through the door, gets me onto the bestseller lists, does everything we've always dreamed of.
Chad, I mean, I just think that you've got a remarkable mind. You know, nobody else would think of writing a romance story about being in love with a dragon. You're the best.
Well, this is what our generation is for, right? We're taking the things that our forebears came up with, the fantasy, the romance, and we're smashing them together. We're saying these things can be as one.
And you said the whole thing was inspired by your father? It's really deep down a story about your father?
That's right, my father, the dragon, as we always used to call him. And yeah, he always used to tell me stories about dragons, and he had such love for them. I thought, one day I'll be a man who loves dragons too.
Oh man, I guarantee you, this time next year, A Dragon by Chad Chattington will be #1.
You think so? Imagine that. A Dragon by Chad Chattington. And of course, sponsored, agented, supported by Bobby Monahan.
Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you see your name written in lights? Can you hold it? Can you touch it? The feeling that you know inside is right. 'Cause one day there'll be a feller making all the news, and I know, my friend, that it will be you. So take it now, what is there to lose? 'Cause you know what Chad Chattington's gotta do.
Well, all the time that I've indulged my writing hobby, I've been supported by my best pal, Bobby. And as we've drunk on medieval lore by the flagon, thanks for keeping me on track with this damn dragon.
Buddy, here's to us.
Here's to us. Right. Okay. Final chapter. Final chapter. Oh, email. Bobby, classic Bobby. What have we got? Dude, you seen this? What? What's this? A link? What is this, man? What? The witch house? I've not been there in years. What is he talking about? Check out this for your next book. What, man? I gotta get him on the call. Bobby, where are you? What is this? What is this? What is
Did you see it?
This?
Did you see it, man? Did you see it?
What?
Did you see it?
What's this about, man? I thought we barely even finished the dragon one. What, you want to go witches? What? The witch house? What, the one on the outside of town?
Yeah, I promise you, man. I went there last night. I stayed as long as I could. Like, absolutely, I promise. No more than 50 minutes, I swear. If you can manage more than 25, you have material for 10 books, Chad. 10 books.
What? What are you talking about? What happened? I mean, it's just a beat up old shack.
Yeah, I thought that too before last night.
Dude, you're being weird. Why are you being so creepy?
You know, they reckon a genuine white witch used to live there.
We've all heard the stories, Bobby. We've been telling them to each other for years to scare us, but you know, it's just nonsense. It's like, you know, the dragons in my book. It's not real. It's, you know, it's like a metaphor, isn't it? Like a metaphor for different things.
No, but you know, back in colonial times, you know, back when the city was, you know, days old, that house. I don't know quite how to put my finger on it. I don't quite know how to explain it, Chad, but they say there was something really, really special about that house, and she lived there. And she died there, Chad.
Bobby, man, you know, be straight with me. You know, I always listen to you. You've told me how to handle the book. You've told me so many things. Are you for real, man?
Chad, I've never been more for real. If that's a phrase that you... Yeah, let's go with that. I've never been more for real. Look, I try to go down to the basement. You know, the rest of the house is beautiful, a bit old, a bit crusty, the paint's peeling, you know, but there's a charm about it. But I stood there at the top of the stairs, just staring at the door, thinking about the white witch that used to live in this house, and thinking about you, sat in your basement, writing about dragons, and it's like I put you down there in that house writing, and all of a second, it was like I was there back hundreds of years ago, but you were there too, and you were down there, and then thoughts and feelings and sounds and noises and colors just began to overtake me, and they just merged into one, just big chaotic mess, and I ran out of the house. And I sent you that email straight away.
Bobby, I've never seen you like this. It's kind of freaking me out, man, but I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Look, just trust me. Let's go tonight to number 13 Dead End Drive.
Dead End Drive.
You won't regret it, buddy. You won't regret it.
Okay. Number 13, Dead End Drive. I'll see you there. Bobby, can you still hear me on these things? I'm in the, I guess the attic. Are you still downstairs?
Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. Can you? Oh my God. Oh, Chad, you gotta come down here.
Okay, man. I'm just looking around. Man, it's really creepy. I can see like a chair. I can see like an old, I think it's a crib. There's a window, but it's all boarded up. I'll what can you see down there?
I see light. I see colors. And I see dreams. And I see the past. And I see the future. And I I see everything at once, buddy, and I see nothing at all. I see hope, and I see despair, and... Oh my God! Oh my God!
Bobby?
Oh my God!
Bobby? Bobby, what's happening, man? What's happening? Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Bobby?
Man, you can't trick me. It's a nice joke, but I don't believe you. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, buddy. You've got a writer's imagination.
What are you talking about? All of that crazy stuff you were saying. Like,
look,
what
I'm
was that
sorry
about?
I bailed on you. I'm sorry I didn't show up. I freaked myself out first time. I'm sure
No,
you
but...
had a lovely romantic writer's trip there and enjoyed concocting some of your stories, but I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't make it there.
No, Bobby, you were there, man. You were there. I had you on my screen the whole time. You were talking about light and you could say you could see stuff and you could feel stuff. It was crazy, man. It was real trippy.
This is great. Is this all going to go into your next book?
No, it's not a book. It's not a book, dude. This is what you were telling me. This is your words, man. This is your words, not mine. I could never come up with any of this stuff.
Well, you're the writer, buddy. You're the writer. Man, are you serious? Did something really happen there?
Buddy, I swear it was you. It sounded like you. It looked like you. But then there was nothing there when I went down the stairs.
Nothing?
Just a fading light. I thought it was just the sunset.
Man, this is creepy. I think maybe we ought to stay out of this. You should finish your dragon book. Dragons are where it's at. Everyone loves dragons. Let's forget about the witch house, huh?
I don't know, man. This feels different. Like all that stuff we used to talk about, dragons, those pictures we would draw of them on roller skates. Like this is like real stuff, man. There's something here. There's something in our town. We've got a connection to it. I think this might be it, man. I guess whether you knew it or not, you've led me to what we need to do next. This is the story we should write.
So, you want to go back there?
Yeah. I want to go back there. I want to go back to 13 Dead End Lane.
13 Dead End Lane? I don't know, buddy. I don't know why I ever sent that email in the first place. I don't know what... I don't know what possessed me, you know?
Possessed you? Why did you say that?
Look, buddy. You're my pal and I love you. If you want to go back, then I'll be there.
You swear?
Dragon's honor.
Dragon's honor. I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight.
Bobby, don't know where the heck you are, man. I'm recording this. I hope you're listening to it on your voicemail. I'm back in the house. I'm just at the top of the basement stairs. I can see the door. can see the door that you described in your first message. I really wish you were here, man. Really wish you were here.
I swear on my dragon heart.
Bobby? Is that... Dude, are you down there?
I swear on my dragon heart.
Is that you behind the door?
Everyone does love a dragon.
What is that light coming out of the door?
The basement light is a portal.
Okay. I guess you've never led me wrong before. Okay, I'm gonna come down. I'm coming down, man.
Open the door.
I'm opening the door, man. I'm coming. What is that? Who is... What is that? What are you? Oh, it's hot. What? What? Are you Bobby? Are you the witch? No, you're something else. You're like nothing I've ever seen before. Wading through that spooky basement door, and I stare into your bleeding eyes. This comes as quite a surprise. Are you the dragon that's been in my heart? Are you what's been waiting for me from the start? Are you what I've been searching for all this time? It's an adventure, and is this adventure mine? And then I left. I didn't know what to do. But I tell you, man, it was like everything I've ever, written about and everything we've talked about. I don't understand. It's like, we talk about the stupid witch house and then we go and it's like what we were talking about. And then we talk about a dragon and then we're there and it was there in front of me, man. I mean, it was like everything we've ever imagined or talked about.
I don't think I can handle this, Chad.
What, Bobby?
I'm scared. Chad, I'm scared.
Dude, I'm scared too, but man, this is it, surely, man. This is everything we've talked about all our lives. This is it. It's real, man. The dragons, the witches, the portals, the magic, who wants to see it written down, dude? This is for real. We can experience it.
It's not real. It's not real, Chad. God, I mean, spooky houses to give you inspiration is one thing, but weird visions, out-of-body experiences, that weird dancing you were talking about, that just sounds, I mean, faintly embarrassing for a grown man, let alone just not in the usual run of things. It's not right, buddy. It's not right.
Bobby, don't leave me, man. Come on. Side by side, dragon heart. You know it. You know it, man. You don't want to just leave me to do this on my own.
Look, if you're right, okay, if there's something really magical here, then you gotta approach this logically, right? Okay, first time you were there, what did you see?
Well, I just saw random stuff, random stuff you'd find in a house. I mean, it was creepy. And then it was you, it was you. I could see it was you. Well, I thought it was you. And I mean, it sounded like you, and talking about this light that you could see in the basement and everything that you could feel.
So light in the basement, and then the second time?
The second time I went in, I could hear you, man. I mean, I swear it was you, but I saw the light onto the door and I went through it and I saw it. I saw the beast, man. Everything.
The dragon.
But why now? Why in this place? Why now?
Buddy, what's the next chapter of your dragon book? What was going to happen?
Well, it's the one we've been building to for so long. The one where victorious over all their foes, the guy and the dragon, they fly away. They fly away to new horizons.
Yeah. The end of the story, right?
Yeah, man.
Victorious climax.
Exactly.
And your father. The dragon's your father, right? The dragon, you always said it was based on your father.
Yeah, sure, the dragon. There was a crib, Bobby. There was a crib in the attic of the house. I told you. No, I didn't. I told who I thought was you.
So there's an echo of you as a baby, too. It's the heart of the dragon, the red heat. Your father. The crib, you as a baby. And the next chapter of your book is about tying it all up. Don't you see it all? It all comes together, doesn't it? You gotta write the last chapter. And you gotta go back to the house.
Yeah. Okay, man. Okay, thank you. I'll write it now.
Okay. Good luck.
Okay, Bobby. Again, don't know if you're listening. Don't really know anything. So I went back in the attic. It's definitely a crib, and it's definitely a crib that was used. I could see like old blankets and stuff in it. I tell you what, man, the longer I spend in here, the more it feels like I've been here before. Okay, now I'm back at the top of the basement steps. I've got the printout of the book in my hand. I've got everything we've written down, everything we ever said. And I'm waiting. I guess there'll be a voice. I guess there'll be a light. And I guess we'll see what happens.
Destiny.
What? Was that you? No, it's just whatever this is. It's
Destiny gives me dragon vibes. Destiny gives me red dragon vibes.
The light, it's turning red again.
Red, you say? Yes, red.
Oh, is it red? Oh, it got so many colors in it. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's changing to all. It was red for sure. Oh, it is. No, it's so red. It is red again. Okay, man, I'm coming through. I'm coming through the door. It's blue again. I'm coming through. Hello. It's me, Chad. I was here before. I brought my book. It's got everything in I've ever dreamed of.
You are destiny's child.
Oh, okay. I guess that sounds pretty important. I guess it has felt like my destiny was bringing me here. Like everything I've ever thought of or dreamed of, it sort of led me to this point. My best friend, my dad, my past, my heart, my imagination brought me here.
It does look red. What does it mean, Chad?
What is the meaning of the red? Red like blood pumping, like fear, like a heart.
Yes.
It's red like a heart.
Go deeper, Chad, go deeper.
It's red like a heart pumping with blood and desire and imagination and passion.
Go deeper, Chad, go deeper, deeper.
I'm coming. I'm walking in deeper, Bobby. I don't know if you can hear this, man, but this is insane. It's getting redder and redder. And I'm coming. Walking in.
Yeah.
What? What? Oh, what? Father? Is that you? What happened? What happened to you? Why have you? I thought you were calling me. What's happened to you? Who did this to you? Is it the witch?
Write your stories, son. Write your stories.
I will, Father. I will.
Write my story.
I will, Father. I guess that's what I've always been trying to write, the life we never had together. That's what I'm trying to write.
If only I lived to see this. If only I lived to see your story. But I came here, to number 13 dead and dry. And I think you know the next bit.
I think someone told you had to stay here for something good to happen to me, didn't they?
Yes.
I guess the story's about the magic, the woman who lived here, the witch. The place people would come to find out the truth. I guess that's what you came to find out, and the truth was that you had to give your life to me.
Yeah. Son?
Father, I never thought this day would be here. Father, I thought of you each time I shed a tear. Father, these years we've been apart. But Father, you stay here inside my dragon heart.
absolute honor to introduce an old friend of mine. We go way back, way back to high school days, in fact, and he is, I think, the most talented writer I've ever known, and my best friend in all the world. So joining us by video conference is Chad Chaddington, author of A Dragon Story. Give it up, everybody, for Chad Chaddington.
Oh, hey, everyone. Hey, thank you. Sorry, I'm not as smart as I know I should be. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. This is such a tremendous honor, I can't even say, to hold this book in my hands, A Dragon. Now, if you've read the dedication thoroughly, you'll know this is dedicated to my father. I didn't know my father for very long. He died when I was pretty young. And he always used to tell me stories about magic, about dragons, about witches. And then one day, he wasn't around anymore. And me and Bobby, who you know, we used to tell those stories to each other. And then Bobby said I should write them down. And then there was a point where things got a little bit crazy. And I guess I found out some things. About him, about me, and about stories. I guess, no matter how unbelievable they are, there's some truth there, isn't there? There's some truth at the heart of it about the people we love, the people who love us, others, the things they want to leave to us, and the things they do to protect us. And yeah, I'm going to keep writing. This is just one book. We've had A Dragon. The next book, similar themes, different setting, still about a man who heard about something magical and did something extraordinary to safeguard the life of his son. And that book is going to be called A Witch. And to find out why, I guess you'll have to read it.
Thank you, Chad. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Bobby. Thank you for everything that we've done. Who knew that we would get here way back at the start, when we would fight and tell the jokes and tear each other apart?
Who knew that we could get through it all and conquer any mountain, big or small?
I don't know how this road will end. Who knows? We just know how it starts. But with you by my side, my friend, and with my father, I'll always have my dragon.
Thank you, everybody. That was tonight's story, A Witch. Thank you so much, Jonathan. What a beautiful story.
Oh, that was delightful. Man, your effects budget is extraordinary, Andrew.
Hey, you know what? Quite by coincidence, today I took delivery of various pieces of gel, and suddenly it seemed like a good moment to use them.
Bravo. Who knew? Who knew?
A couple of, therefore, people at home might notice when we went sort of a little bit silent during kind of black scene changes. This is me running around my apartment, taking out gels and putting other ones in and turning lights on and so on. So apologies for all the pauses, but hopefully the effect was there. Fantastic. Let's bring Duncan on screen. Some beautiful music tonight, Duncan.
Oh, it was so good.
Thank you. That was fantastic, guys. Well done.
You said you wanted something mysterious, Jonathan. I think we sort of paid that off.
We
went
sure,
fully weird story on it.
It did. It did. It was very lovely. It felt like something Neil Gaiman would write or something like that.
Yeah,
Stephen
absolutely.
King. I thought it was very Stephen King.
Oh, Stephen King, of course. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely. And it's obviously, like all of our shows, a very pertinent metaphor for something. We don't exactly know what. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in this evening. I really, really appreciate you watching our show. And thank you, as always, to people who tune in week after week, come and support us. Can't say how much it means to have you guys coming and watching our show. Thank you so much to my amazing guest, Jonathan, and thank you to Duncan as ever. If you enjoyed tonight's show, there's some information in the feed. You can become a patron of mine on Patreon. I may do this live stream and various other little video things. There's some information about how you can support all of that stuff down there. Also, this is a pay what you can show, so if you might have spent a couple of quid for this in the theatre and you have the means, you can also follow the link there if you feel like it and throw a couple of quid in the collection bucket, as it were. No pressure, of course. Times is hard for everyone, but thank you so much for watching. If you can give this post a little like and a share, that would be even more awesome. And thank you. So let's thank you to Jonathan. Any final thoughts, Jonathan?
No, it's been a delight. Thank you everyone for your amazing comments. They were super helpful, inspiring. It was great.
And Duncan.
Thanks to everyone for watching us and not Hamilton tonight.
Yes, we should say tonight is the night for Hamilton Watch Nights. Amazing that anyone has been kind enough to tune in at all. So thank you. Now you can go and watch Hamilton. Thank you, everybody. See you next week, 8 o'clock, right here on Facebook, YouTube, and possibly Instagram. Thank you, everybody, and good night.